Excuse me.
Do I know you?
Yes, our paths have crossed in the Glee's gallery.
Z drugiej części Broken Sworda był w galerii. On tam coś popijał druga część to była związana z Aztekami czy Majami, już dokładnie nie pamiętam. O Meksyk, Ameryka Środkowa, już nie pamiętam, które to było. Ale on tam był, gdy chcieliśmy, zanim polecieliśmy do Nowego Orleanu, patrzyliśmy chyba na jakieś rzecz w galerii. I właśnie on tam ciągle coś popijał, mu coś dorzuciliśmy i swoją duszą rozwalił pół galerii, jak stracił przytomność, właśnie absyntem. Nie pamiętam, czy coś tam dorzuciliśmy, nie pamiętam, a jak ja lubię takie powiązane wątki.
Of course, we worked together on the exhibition.
Oh, really?
Aha, pracował.
Henri provided the space. I was the creative powerhouse.
How long had you known him?
As a friend, many years. Our professional relationship had only recently blossomed into this exhibition under my curatorial wing. And now the poor fellow's gone and got himself killed.
If Lane was involved with the gallery, then he had to know the code to that door.
Tak. Ale o kod może go potem zapytamy, jak przelecimy wszystkie wątki.
Do you know anything about the stolen painting?
Już nieraz tak było, że coś pytaliśmy, koleś się obrażał i dalej nie można było pociągnąć. Nie widzieliśmy paru rzeczy potem.
What about the killer? Were you able to get a look at him?
A delinquent in a tin hat. Beyond that, I don't really recall.
Oh yeah, you fainted.
Those of us with a higher aesthetic are more sensitive to violence.
So you curated the exhibition? What's it about?
A brilliant retrospective. A dialectical window on European art's ongoing discourse with the unresolved psychoses of the nation-state.
Jeszcze policja nie przyjechała.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Też zawsze po jakimś dialogach się coś zrobi, zawsze tak, nie ma tu określonego czasami, mówmy po obrazach.
Therein lies a mystery. We only know his pseudonym, El Serp. He was a Catalan, a modernist. His works are symbolic, religious.
What can you tell me about the stolen painting?
La Malediccio, a challenging piece. If you like a wide cast of obscure saints and fringe Christian symbolism, of course. Not especially valuable, though. The thief won't get much for it on the black market.
How about some more of this?
No.
I don't think so. As a sel volatile, it was acceptable. As a cologne, it would be barbaric.
Dobrze, jeszcze jego obcinasz do paznokci.
Of course. See, they're monogrammed with my initials.
So,
Mówmy
you
teraz o
help run
kodzie.
this place? Maybe you can give me the code to that door.
The code to the office?
I just thought you might have the number.
I do, but I couldn't possibly give you access before the police arrive.
I figured I wasn't going to get the door code from Lane by playing nice. I needed to turn the heat up.
Dobrze, musimy go przycisnąć jakoś. Też mówił nasz szef.
And why, pray, should I do that?
Because the way the cops will see it, you're the prime suspect. We both know you're innocent, Mr. Lane, but the cops, well, they may not see things so simply.
Wiemy, że było zamieszanie od
I
środka.
might be able to get them off your case, but in exchange, I'd like the code for the office door.
But that's preposterous. The police would have neither evidence nor motive.
Funny you should mention that.
Dobrze, pomówmy o
Someone
przyciętych kablach.
sabotaged the alarm on the stolen painting. A wire was cut.
What? Who could have got into the alarm system?
Exactly.
You.
It was an inside job, Mr. Lane.
You're not suggesting that I...
Well, I'm afraid that's the way the cops are going to see it.
That's preposterous. How could I possibly have cut the wire?
Przycinaczką do paznokci.
Are these your nail clippers, Mr. Lane?
Yes, they have my initials
No,
monogrammed
to samo, co było wcześniej. Myślałem, że jakoś można powiązać.
The perfect implement for cutting the alarm on the stolen painting.
What are you saying?
Well, the alarm was sabotage, Mr. Lane. It was an inside job.
Are you accusing me? How dare you? I had no reason to kill Henri, no motive whatsoever.
Okay, but I don't think the cops will see it like that. And I sure would like that door code. Mr. Lane, this robbery is not going to reflect well on you.
As I said, I shall take my chances. You're not getting that door
pewnie, który miał Annie pod dłonią.
This is an inside job for sure, Mr. Lane. The police are going to be very interested in your recent movements.
I've been out of town for several days, and last night I retired early.
Just saying.
You're not going to scare me into giving you that door code, you know.
I was onto something here, and I knew it. Lane was sweating. It wasn't pretty.
Czyli coś może wie.
How about it, Mr. Lane? Ready to give me the door code yet?
Certainly not. Give me a single reason why I should.
Guilty by way of nail clippers.
I've been away from Paris for several days and only got back this morning. How could I have cut that wire?
Momencie, dobrze.
I hate to say this, Mr. Lane, but you're going to be the #1 suspect for this murder.
So you keep saying, Mr. Stobart.
Z prawnikiem w końcu.
So you'd been out of town and hit the sack early last night?
Ciągniemy dalej wątek.
That's right. I've not been near the gallery for days.
Gdzie był?
Mr. Lane, this robbery is not going to reflect well on you.
As I said, I shall take my chances. You're not getting that door code. Ugh, keep that noxious potion away from me.
A, może go tym wodą talką
Guilty by way of nail clippers.
Sheer fantasy. What possible motivation could I have to sabotage the alarm?
No.
How about it, Mr. Lane?
Dalej.
Ready to give me the door code yet?
Certainly not. Give me a single reason why I should.
Znowu.
Guilty by way of nail clippers.
I've been away from Paris for several days and only got back this morning.
Może z księdza coś
How could I
wyciągnąłem.
have cut that wire?
Mr. Lane, this robbery is not going to reflect...
As I said,
So you'd been out of town and hit the sack...
That's right. I've not been near the...
I hate to say this, Mr. Lane,
Powtarzają
but you're
się,
going to be
już
the
muszę coś
#1 suspect
wymyślić.
for this murder.
So... Ugh.
Nie, to się
Guilty?
powtarza. Może porozmawiamy z naszym
Father?
księdzem. Czy coś doszło?
Yes, my son.
Tak, to dochodziło.
Do you know anything else about El Serp?
I've already told you everything I can.
Is there anything else you can tell me about La Maledizio?
I've said everything I care to on the subject.
Take a look at this, Father.
I've already given you my thoughts about that.
No,
Do you recognize these?
no, wcinasz do
Nail clippers? I'm not sure what your point is.
Dobrze. Musimy coś tutaj jeszcze znaleźć. Może przy Henrym coś będzie.
Poor guy. I put the glasses back where they were. Best to leave the evidence the way I found it.
No, zostawić ich było.
I didn't need to look at them.
No, tą kartkę już mieliśmy. Czy możemy coś wziąć?
He wouldn't have any use for that now.
O, właśnie, obcinaczką mogę kulę
That would
wyciągnąć.
be pointless.
Nie. Ja lubię tak utkwić na chwilę. Potem się okaże, że jakaś prosta rzecz.
Another paint.
Dobrze. Tam było tylko odcięte, o czym wiemy. Co my tu mamy? Może do Niko zadzwoni albo do szefa. O. Uda się tym razem. Pierwsza część Broken Sworda chyba miała premierę w 96 roku, ale nie jestem pewien już.
Nico still wasn't answering her phone. I was beginning to get worried. I had nothing new to
Szef
tell
już coś
Regenbach.
powie. Nie. Nie mamy. Jakby go tu docisnąć. Pomyślmy.
How
Jeszcze
about it,
raz
Mr.
mamy
Lane?
porozmawiać?
Ready to give me the door code yet?
Certainly not. Give me a single reason why I should.
Guilty by
Nie,
way
nic
of
nie.
nail.
I've been away from Paris.
Nic tam nie wyszło. Pomyślmy. Zapiszę sobie grę. Możemy wyjść? Policja przyjdzie, czy nie?
The street was quiet and upmarket. Not the kind of place for an opportunist thief.
O, mamy biuro do...
From out
Przez
here,
okno do
you
biura
could
możemy
see the stolen
spojrzeć.
painting. This robbery was definitely planned.
Chcemy się tam dostać, prawda?
The room looked like some sort of office for the gallery. I could just see the glow of the CCTV monitor in the corner.
Chyba to jest łazienka.
You gotta hand it to the French. They know how to take a leak in style.
No, ładny kibelek. Metro Station, nie wiem. Coś tu jeszcze trzeba zrobić.
For a
Zobaczymy.
moment, I contemplated getting on the next train out of here. But a man was dead, and I had a job to do.
No właśnie. Dobrze. W lewo pójdźmy. Może się o czymś dowiemy. Jakaś
I've
kwieciarnia.
always been
O,
a sucker for Parisian
mamy
stained
kelnera.
glass.
Może coś widział i nam powie.
Excuse me.
Jak lubię taką zmianę muzyczki.
Monsieur?
Jak coś
There's
robimy.
just been a robbery at the gallery.
Oh, really?
You don't sound surprised.
All property is theft, monsieur. And all art is property. Therefore, all art is theft. Do you not agree?
Well, when you put it like that, it's hard not to.
Mów,
Did you
może
see anybody
wygląda
run out of the
cyklista.
gallery earlier?
There was a beautiful woman with a camera. She was chasing somebody.
Niko.
Well, that must have been Nico.
You know her? You surprise me.
Can you tell me anything about the man she was chasing?
I assume, monsieur, that like all of us, he is inherently unknowable.
No wonder this guy's cafe was empty.
No,
The
nie
gallery
wiem.
owner, Henri, was shot dead trying to stop the robbery.
Life has no meaning the moment you lose the illusion of being eternal.
Right. Did
Okay.
you know him well?
Can we ever
Not
truly
yet.
know another human being, monsieur? He spent
No.
little time at the cafe, unlike his friend, Monsieur Lane.
Dobrze, czyli Lane tu siedział.
What do you know about Le Lizard Bleu?
He's bourgeois, vacuous, and overpriced. Just like its curator Lane. He's always in here, you know, talking art to his latest flusée.
No jest.
What do you know
krytykiem,
about
tak?
Hector Lane?
Lane? Oh, yes. He drinks here sometimes. He slid away
Nice,
last night
yeah.
without paying.
Last night?
O,
What sort of
a
time?
mówił, że go nie ma. Wrócił rankiem.
After midnight, for sure. If you see him, give him this bill and tell him to pay up next time.
O, oczywiście. No to już mamy coś na niego. Skłamał nam
The check was from last night,
grubasek.
but Lane told me he was nowhere near the gallery. This could be the leverage I needed to get the office door code from Lane.
Dobra.
Thank you for your consistent indifference, monsieur.
Perhaps next time you come, I will give you a coffee. Perhaps not.
Dobrze, mamy rachuneczek. Chodźmy, więc pokażmy to Lane'owi.
How about it, Mr. Lane? Ready to give me the door code yet?
Certainly not. Give me a single reason why I should.
Guilty by way of nail clippers.
I've been away from Paris for several days and only got back this morning. How could I have cut
A
that
w nocy
wire?
pił za ścianą.
Take a look at this.
What of it?
It's your bill from the cafe next door.
So?
It's dated yesterday. Last night, in fact. 12:30 to be exact. You
No.
said you were out of town. You sure drank a lot of champagne last night without paying the bill. But you told me that you were away from Paris last night. I hate to say it, but
Mamy go.
that sounds like a lie to me. Tell you what, you give me the code to the door and the police need never know. A motive and proof of
No
involvement.
prawda.
Not looking good, Mr.
Nie
Lane.
będzie rachunku.
You are a blackmailer, Stobart.
Oho, tak.
Just doing my job.
Weźmy.
All right.
6,
You have
3,
me.
9, 7.
The number is 6397. But I admit to none of these spurious accusations.
I had the code. The police would be here any moment, so I had to
Dobrze,
work
chodźmy.
fast.
Teraz szybko.
What was that number again? 6-4...
Everyone, hold it right there.
Damn it.
O nie, policja przyszła. Jest nasz inspektor.
I am Inspector Navet of the Paris Serious Crime Squad, and I hereby declare this crime scene open.
Da się tagien.
I mean, closed.
Zanim...
Now, nobody move, especially you on the floor. Move, I want a total lockdown. Nobody in or out,
Właśnie, tak się nazywa.
apart from me, of course.
Cholerciano. Nie udało się.
I needed to get back into the gallery,
O,
but a
Nika
familiar
jesteśmy.
figure was guarding the door. It was Sergeant Mu. Our paths had crossed before.
Też zabezpieczał kawiarnię wysadzoną. I na komisariacie mu trochę truliśmy tyłeczek. Pamięta nas?
Sergeant Mu, we meet again.
Ucieszy się.
Madame Collard, an unexpected pleasure.
I was in the
Lubię
gallery
takie
at the
powroty.
time of the theft.
O,
Can I get back in?
I
Pamiętam.
am sorry, but I am under strict orders from Inspector Navet. Nobody in, nobody out.
no weź.
I must
No.
correct you, madame. It is no longer just a theft. It is a murder.
Mon Dieu! That poor man! I
Dobrze.
witnessed the crime.
Galerii.
I've
Wiele
got to
jesteśmy
get back in
dziennikarzem.
there.
I'm sure you can make an official statement in good time.
I saw the thief. I think I can help the investigation.
I am implacable, Madame Collard.
Who is Inspector Navet?
No, no, to
The
inspektor.
most promising young
No,
investigator
poprzedni był
on the force.
templariuszem.
A genius, a man blessed with almost
Który ginął na końcu
superhuman
chyba.
insight.
Pamiętam, w pociągu chyba.
He sounds highly perspicacious.
Albo już w kościele,
Madame,
w podziemiach.
not for us to talk about the
Fantastic.
inspector's sweaty proclivities. He is about to solve his third case in as many days.
So, what's he got that the other investigators don't have?
Blood spatter. He is the world expert. He reads the entry.
Dobrze.
I
Masz czas o
need to get
inspektorze.
into the gallery and speak to Inspector Navet.
Tut. He is not to be disturbed.
Mhm.
He is applying his famous scientific methods.
Dobrze, ma swoje
Any moment
metody.
now, the case will be cracked. I
Jasne, to
certainly
wiemy.
hope so. I am dog tired and want to go home.
Tak.
I chased after the shooter and got a photo of him.
Właśnie.
Inspector Navet will be delighted.
No to wpuść nas.
You've got to let me into the gallery to show him.
Absolutely not.
So, I cannot go in without Inspector Nave's permission?
No.
And to get Inspector Nave's permission, I need to go in.
Exactement.
Have you ever heard of Kafka, Sergeant Mu?
Madame Collard, I do not see what soccer players have to do with this.
No, he's a... Never
No,
mind.
tak.
This was madness. Sergeant Mu wasn't going to let me in. Why are you so tired,
Weźmy go na
Sergeant Mu?
zmęczenie.
I have been working for 3 days with no rest.
O,
Nave is a genius in his field, and he assumes that we all have his energy and vigor.
Oh, you poor man.
no.
If you'd like to go and get some sleep, I will watch the door for
O,
you.
That's very thoughtful of you. Ha! A cunning attempt to make me a deserter, madame. A gendarme never leaves his post.
Well, how about a hot drink?
Pożarnie jest.
That would do the trick for sure. Unfortunately, I mustn't drink on duty. My doctor specifically warned me against it after the last incident.
Ciekawy, jaki był incydent.
That incident you mentioned, what happened exactly?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oj,
All I can say is it was very unfortunate. I am on duty, and I need to focus.
okej. Właśnie, może kawę mu przyniesiemy i pobiegnie do kibla wtedy, co jest tu obok. To jest myśl, zamówić kawę
Here's my
obok.
press card. Do you
Tak
have a
zrobimy.
statement for the paper?
Yes,
Oh.
madam. Stay away from the crime scene and let the police do their job.
O, ale rada.
And always leave a light on when you go out at night.
Thanks a lot, Sergeant Mu. You've been so helpful.
No. Dobra. Czyli weźmiemy pewnie jakąś kawę, załatwimy z kawiarni obok. Damy mu, pociśniemy go do kibla i wtedy wyjdziemy. Dobra myśl. Tymczasem to tyle w tym odcinku. Niebawem pojawi się kolejny, jak najszybciej myślę.